Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're all well. I want to do an honest review today on Spotify versus Tidal. So for those who've been following my Insta stories, I've been trialing Tidal HiFi for the last month and comparing it to Spotify, which I've been using that for, I guess, since February. It's the only music streaming service I've been using. I thought it was maybe worth a change or see what it's all about, because everyone is saying that Tidal HiFi is so much better audio quality than Spotify. So I thought I'd put it to the test, do a bit of blind testing with my speakers and some headphones, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But first I want to talk about the different streaming services, and then I'll talk about the testing that I did, and then I'll go a little bit into the pricing and then give you the final verdict. So features and functions were quite similar with both of the music streaming services. Spotify I feel like was a bit more clear, less clunky. Tidal I felt was a little bit clunky in terms of searching for different artists, albums, etc., and just the bar at the bottom as well. I just felt things were just not in the right spot. Spotify I felt was a bit more familiar with, so maybe that's why I found Tidal a little bit more clunkier. I don't want to be biased in that aspect, but in general I found things were easy to find in Spotify. I really liked the playlist that they suggested for you, so music discovery was really good in Spotify. Tidal, really good music discovery as well, but I felt that Spotify was a bit more in line with what I liked. So perhaps the algorithms for Spotify are better than that of Tidal. What else was there? There was podcasts. There was not many podcasts on Tidal compared to Spotify. A lot more music videos, and there was some live concerts, exclusive interviews with artists on Tidal that Spotify doesn't have. So that's really cool if you like watching live concerts, or kind of exclusive little interviews and music videos for all the songs. Tidal was fantastic for that. So that's one thing I really did like about Tidal, but not so much the podcast. Didn't have much in that area, and I really like listening to podcasts. So Spotify has heaps. If you guys use Spotify, you would know that there's thousands of podcasts on Spotify. What else was there? There was the social aspect of Tidal that I explored. It wasn't as social as Spotify. So Spotify, you can make collaborative playlists, you can share plays with your friends, you can edit playlists and send them to different people, and you can use them on social media, use the songs on social media. So you've got, you can use songs on Instagram, Facebook, I think there's even Tinder if you're on Tinder. Tidal, not so much. So I found that the plugin, I guess, with the social media services just wasn't there. So if you wanted to share a song on your Instagram story with Tidal, you couldn't actually share the song. So that's why I like about Spotify, that you can do that kind of stuff if you're into that, of course. So the next thing was the audio quality. So this was the biggest thing I wanted to talk about today, and probably the main reason why you'd switch from Spotify to Tidal. So I did some blind testing with both my headphones and my waterfall speakers. So headphones I used, in case you're interested, were the Beyerdynamic Evento wireless headphones. And I found straight off the bat that the audio quality is so much better in Tidal HiFi, like just fantastic. And that's because their files that they use for Tidal HiFi are less compressed, basically. So you're getting that level of detail in music, you're getting the separation of instruments when you're listening to, musical songs, so jazz, rock, any kind of classical music, anything with instruments, real sounds. The clarity is beautiful, natural, fantastic. You hear the real difference when you're comparing to Spotify. It makes Spotify sound really bad. What was I listening to? Like Pink Floyd, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Wow, huge difference. So much better in Tidal HiFi. And again, there was another standout song, Rolling in the Deep with Adele. There was actually like somebody talking in the Tidal HiFi version that I could hear, and I never even picked up in Spotify. So all this time, it was like information that I had missed. So I can't imagine what other songs there is out there that I could hear with Tidal HiFi, like, little murmurs or like little just instruments that you probably can't pick up in the Spotify version of the songs. So that's what really enticed me, and I'm so keen to listen to more on Tidal HiFi because of that. So the detail in the songs with Tidal HiFi was much more present than Spotify, basically because Spotify has more compressed files than Tidal HiFi, so you miss out on those little details. What else was there? There was okay, so the music that I listen to mostly, which is R&B, rap, hip hop, you know, mainly in that kind of genre. I listen to that about 90% of the time. So with that, I was quite familiar with the music, and I could hear the difference, but I don't think I really liked the Tidal HiFi version when I was listening to my rap music. And that's because probably a lot of the sounds were synthetic, and in a lot of that genre of music, the sounds are synthetic. They're not instruments. So, you know, they actually almost sounded a little bit tinny. So in the headphones, and then when I did as well with testing with my waterfall speakers, it sounded probably too clear, like too perfect, and you didn't get like that oomph, which is probably from the compressed files. So yeah, I don't know if I really like Tidal HiFi for that genre of music. But again, maybe it was just a few, you know, the songs that I listened to. But I guess overall, if you were to compare, Tidal HiFi killed Spotify Premium in audio quality any day of the week, any genre. Yeah, it's so much better. So you just got to hear it for yourselves. So yeah, so that was my blind testing with both, you know, my headphones and my speakers. In the car, I just have a standard stereo system, nothing fancy. I couldn't hear a difference between both the streaming services, and obviously when you're just playing music on your phone, you can't hear a difference. So that was quite interesting. I really enjoyed doing that. It was lots of fun, and it was a huge difference. So if anyone that's wondering what the difference is, just listen to it yourselves. There's 30-day free trial for Tidal HiFi, so that's what I used. You can use it, and then you can just unsubscribe before the 30 days is over, and you get full accessibility to Tidal HiFi, which is really cool. So there's no like limited function or listening with ads or whatever. So definitely recommend trying if you're interested. In terms of the pricing, I found that Tidal HiFi was pretty much almost double in every, I guess, tier compared to Spotify. So for a student, Spotify per month is $6 a month, whereas Tidal HiFi is $12 a month. If you're an individual, you just want one account user, it's $12 a month for Spotify, and then it's $24 a month for Tidal. And for a family account, which is basically up to 6 people, so anything more than one, for Spotify, it's $18 a month, and then for Tidal HiFi, it's $36 a month. So it's quite a bit more expensive when you're comparing the both. But if you do think that the audio quality is super important, and you're a huge audiophile, definitely recommend Tidal HiFi. If you like the other aspects of, the Spotify, which is like me, I like podcasts, I like the social aspect of the Spotify app, and the quality is still really good for Spotify. You just don't know the quality differences when you compare to Tidal HiFi. You didn't know how much better it could be. So that's what's, I guess, kind of holding me back at the moment. I don't think I'm ready to make the switch just based on probably all the music I listen to. I don't know if it's worth me switching over, because I don't listen to that much, classical music or rock and roll, or, that kind of music basically. So I'm a little bit torn, but I think I probably eventually will. Just the podcast thing's holding me back, and I like the sociability, and I feel like the app's a little bit more familiar, so it's easy for me to kind of move around and fiddle around with the app and make my playlist. So I hope you found this video informative, especially if you're stuck in between choosing one or the other, or if you don't have any at the moment, maybe which way you want to go. There is also other musical streaming services out there. Another one that popped up a lot that was suggested to me was Amazon. So that's probably worth testing as well. I haven't had a look at that, and it's not as expensive as Tidal HiFi, and I think that the quality of the audio files is the same. Don't quote me on that exactly, but maybe a future video. But for now, I guess I'll be sticking to Spotify personally, but Tidal HiFi is amazing, so please go and try that. At least try the 30-day trial. It's really cool. So hope you enjoy and have a lovely day. Thank you.